Welcome back to KHS Cougar News. I'm Molly.
And I'm Xiomara, bringing you this week's upcoming news.
Time for the usual reminders. Make sure to wear your ID and have your laptop charged and ready every day.
Tomorrow there will be a senior cap and gown meeting during third period. iFest is this Saturday. iFest is a celebration of music, dance, and cultures from around the world. Join us for a fun evening and leave with a greater knowledge of the world around us. There will be food trucks on site.
Make sure to buy your tickets on RevTrek or during lunch at the sales booth today and on Friday for $5. Doors open at 4:30 p.m. and close at 7:10 p.m. Performance time will be 6:50 to 7:45 p.m. A reminder that if you are volunteering for a booth, you still need to purchase a ticket.
Today is World Kindness Day. Participate in a random act of gesture today. These can be small gestures like holding the door open for someone or complimenting someone. The intention is more important than the size of the act.
Hey class of 2028, KHS is looking for 9th graders with no tardies this month. Who can meet this level of greatness?
Do you feel like there's a way for us to get more information and put on the analysis, Molly?
Actually, yeah, there is. If you're an organization or teacher that thinks there's valuable news to be shared on the announcements, then you can fill out the form available right here.
Is your or your friend's birthday coming up? Then you should surprise them by featuring them on KHS News. Scan the flyer with the present on it that can be seen in the hallways and submit their name and even a picture if you want.
Time for some news.
A one-of-a-kind research facility to assist in missions to the moon and Mars is a step closer to becoming a reality in Houston. On Thursday, the Texas A&M University Systems Board of Regents approved $200 million for the university system to build the Texas A&M Space Institute. The four-story building, which will be constructed on 32 acres at the entrance of NASA's Johnson Space Center, will include landscapes that mimic the surfaces of the moon and Mars. Its landscape will be the size of Kyle Field, the fourth largest stadium in the country. The building, slated to begin construction in January, will include secured research garages for experimental robots, vehicles, lab spaces, offices, classrooms, and an auditorium. The Space Institute is just one project among several recently approved by the university's board, totaling more than $500 million.
President-elect Donald Trump is returning to the White House in just over 2 months, promising to smash the status quo in virtually every aspect of American life, including the schoolhouse. How would these plans impact Houston area schools? The president and federal government have limited direct influence over education in Houston. That's because local school boards and state legislators hold the vast majority of power. Trump's platform says he intends to close the federal government of education and let states run our education system. However, it remains unclear whether shuttering the Department of Education means eliminating federal funding for schools or changing the way it flows to them.
Global superstar Shakira is coming to Houston in 2025. The singer announced her highly anticipated Las Mujeres Ya No Lloran world tour will make stops at Toyota Center next June 15 after concerts in Arlington Globe's Life Field on June 11th and San Antonio's Alamo Dome on June 13th. The 2024 North American dates will be rescheduled to spring 2025, with several markets now upgraded to stadiums.
And that's all for news. 3-time state champ and top % of his class, juggling both athletics and academics. How does he do it?
Wait, are you talking about Noe Do?
Yep.
Wow, let's see how he pulls it off.
Hey Cougs, today we're going to interview Noe Do, someone who's placed top in state for the past 3 years. We want to know what it's like being a student athlete and the challenges that come with it. So let's check it out. How do you balance academics and athletics?
Balancing both can definitely be challenging, but I try to manage my time carefully. I take the time during the school day to study for quizzes, tests. I can do projects or do anything school related because I don't have that much time usually at home. And I know that my teachers are incredibly supportive, and I know that they want me to be successful later in life. I know that both of my academic and athletic performances are very crucial to my life, and I'm committed to giving 100% in both areas in my life.
In addition to being a 3-time state champ, Noe Do is on track to graduate top 10% of his class. What motivates you to excel?
What motivates me to excel in sport is that each time I practice is a chance to improve. I know that every time when I get on the court or when I'm going to the park to improve my endurance or my speed, agility, I know that I want to come back onto that court to be a better person, be a better competitor, and win more matches. I'm motivated by my goal to compete at the highest level possible and to keep moving forward.
How do you handle setbacks such as losing a game or not meeting a goal?
I see setbacks as part of the journey. It's something that every successful player or every athlete needs to face in order to be a good competitor. Um, whenever I lose a game or I'm not successful in or like whenever I do bad in a game, I go back home and analyze what I've done wrong, and I set smaller specific goals at home so that I can train and work on them. And so I think that those lessons have taught me to become a better player and who I am right now. And this way, I'm always learning and growing no matter the outcome of the game and competition.
What have you learned from being a student athlete?
The biggest lesson I've learned as being a student athlete is perseverance. As an athlete, I know that not everything is in my control, such as injuries, setbacks, pressure, and sometimes dealing with tough losses. But I know that those things are sometimes not in my control, and the only things I can really control is my attitude, efforts, and my determination every day whenever I get on the court to practice. Those lessons have not only taught me to become a better person, a better athlete in the sport, but it also helped me to become a better person in life.
How do you handle pressure during competitions?
I handle pressure by focusing on my preparation before important tournaments. I put in hours into practicing, into fitness, into getting the correct shot in, so that when it's time for competitions, I can fully trust in that. I focus on each point, each movement, and remind myself that it's what matters in the moment, not what matters later, because I oftentimes get too distracted about my outcome. I focus on deep breathing and positive visualization, and it helps me stay calm and focused during my matches.
And that's all for this week. Catch you on the flip side.
Ready for the cheer bake, Molly?
Yep. Now let's see what we have for sports. Mohammed, could you tell us what we need to know?
Hey Cougs, it's me Mohammed, and today I'll be catching up into sports. First for football, they played the last game of the season last Saturday, losing to Friends with 49-27, ending their season with a 4-6 record. Now for basketball, the boys won in a program sweep with varsity winning 35-20, and their next game will be this Friday against Angleton at Kempner's at 7 p.m. Now for girls basketball, they lost to Montgomery last Friday, 72-25. They will also play Angleton for their next game on Friday at Angleton at 7 p.m. Now back to Xiomara and Molly.
Choir has made many achievements over the past years. Let's see all of them.
Hey Cougs, today we talked to our Kempner Choir about recent achievements and successes.
What are some recent achievements made by choir?
Some recent achievements we had were we just finished up our fall concert where we performed a grade 4 UIL piece, and we did some really great work. And then we also have performed at a football game, and we're planning to perform in one in the future again. And then we had 4 people advance to region all-state, and then another 2 advanced to pre-area.
So what choir events should students be aware of?
So upcoming, we just had our fall concert about 2 weeks ago, and one of our upcoming events is we're doing our first royalty party. Okay. It's basically going to be an interactive event with all the choir members. We're going to be in fun superhero and Disney princess costumes, or just Disney overall. There's going to be a bunch of fun songs, some storytelling, and some sing-alongs. And then also on November 14th, we have our upcoming Men's Fest. That's going to be hosted at Dulles High School on November 14th. Basically a way for all the guys in choir to get along with each other and collaborate more. And then on December 12th, we have our choir concert. We're going to be doing some really crazy good songs. And then on December 13th, we have our caroling tour where we're going to be going to elementary such as Lakeview, possible hospitals, and the Fort Bend Administrative Building. And then also for choir itself, we have 7 socials throughout the whole year, a very fun and collaborative way to just get to know choir as a whole.
What is your proudest choir moment?
So every time we learn music, we have to rehearse it and over again, and sometimes that could be very hard. I think people think that choir is easy, but it's not. You have to blend together, and like we weren't doing that as often in rehearsals, and then finally one rehearsal we just clicked and it worked so well and it sounded amazing, and then we got to show off in our concert.
So what are some recent achievements made by choir?
Well, some recent achievements is we've really come together as a team with getting new members, like getting pulled up from JV every year, and we've really learned to collaborate together. And our new choir director is we've learned to adjust to a new choir director because we've had 3 in the past 4 years. And as someone who made it to pre-area, that was really exciting because we had to learn a lot of music in a short amount of time, and we didn't get a whole lot of help because in choir class we're working on pieces together, so we had to learn it ourselves.
The United States is the world's most popular study abroad location. About 5% of all students in the United States are international students, and we so happen to have an exchange student at Kepner. Let's meet her.
Did you make any friends, and how did you meet them?
I did make new friends. I met them mostly at my classes.
What was your first day of school like?
My first day of school was a little bit stressful because I got here in September, so it was like a month later the first day of school. So I was a little bit lost, but it was also good because I met new people that day.
What are you missing from home?
I'm missing from home my friends and family, and yeah.
What are you enjoying here?
I'm enjoying meeting new people and trying new food and learning more about the American culture.
Okay, thank you.
It's almost time to sign off, but before we head out, make sure to follow KHS_Pressroom on Instagram and Twitter for weekly pictures on events.
Also subscribe to KHS Cougar News where all weekly announcements are posted.
Bye.